Hello friends, welcome to Anis Academy. In this video, we are going to learn ratio and proportion. It is a very important topic which is been asked in many competitive examinations as well as all the aptitude tests. Okay, so we will learn this important concept, and today I will cover the concept as well as formulas which is used to solve the problems based on ratio and proportion. In next videos, we will practice the problems. So let's get started. First, we will discuss what is ratio, then we will see the proportion. So when we say ratio is used to compare two quantities. Okay, whether it can be a size, it can be a height, it can be weight, or it can be income of a person. Okay, so between two quantities means between two person. So for example, suppose there are two person A and B. Okay, A is earning 1000 rupees and B is earning 4000 rupees. So when I write here A by B, that means 1000 upon 4000. So here I am comparing. So when you are comparing, you can see this is B is 4 times of A, right? So this is called as fraction, but when we simplify this, we can write it as 1 upon 4, which can also be written as A is to B, okay, is equal to 1 is to 4. So these two dots are called as is to. Okay, so this is called as is to, and this is the ratio. So A and B, what is the actual income? The actual income is 1000 and 4000, but upon simplifying this fraction, we get ratio 1 is to 4. So this gives the comparison. This means B's income is 4 times that of A, or we can say also B is to A is equal to 4 is to 1. So this can also be written as A by B is equal to 1 by 4, or B by A is equal to 4 by 1. Okay, so this is called as ratio. We are actually comparing two quantities. Let's take another example. So for example, in a class there are 20 boys and 30 girls. Okay, so boys 20, girls 30. Now if we ask you what is the ratio of boys to girls, so B is to G if I write, so we can say ratio is equal to 20 upon 30. Now let us simplify this. So when we try to simplify, we can cancel the 0. This becomes 2 is to 3. So the ratio of boy is to girl in the class is 2 is to 3. Or if it is asking you the ratio of girl is to boy, you can say 3 is to 2. This is the ratio. So always remember friends, this is the ratio, 3 is to 2 or 2 is to 3. This is not the actual number. Okay, what is the actual number? Actual number is given here, 20 and 30. In the first example also, the ratio is 4 is to 1 or 1 is to 4. But the actual salary is 1000 and 4000. So while solving the problems, even in the formulas also we will be learning, when the ratio is given, what we can suppose you have to find the actual number. So in both the examples, if you notice here, we have cancelled 0. Here also we have cancelled, okay, from both the numbers of factor. Okay, and the factor is same, right? Here we have cancelled 10 and here we have cancelled 1000. So the factor is same. So while solving the problem, we assume the unknown factor as x and then we solve the problem. So this is the concept of ratio. We write it in the is to form or in the fractional form also. Now we will see what is proportion. Okay, let me quickly erase this. So when we have to define the proportion is actually, we learned that ratio is to compare between two quantities. Now when we come to the proportion is, I'll write here proportion, P is to compare two ratios. So we can compare two ratios also, and that is called as proportion. So for example, let's take how can we compare two ratios. So suppose we have A, B and C and D. Okay, 4 person. So A is earning 1000, B is earning 4000. Now in the second example here, let's say C is earning 6000 and D is earning 24,000. Fine. So we will find the ratio of A and B. So A is to B is equal to 1000 upon 4000. Okay. Upon cancellation of zeros, we get 1:4. Okay. Now similarly, if you have to find the ratio of C and D, you can say C is to D is equal to 6000 upon 24,000. Okay. Now let us cancel these three zeros, and then with 6 we can cancel 6 4s are 24, 6 1s are 6. So finally we get 1:4 or 1/4. So this is A is to B ratio is 1:4 and C is to D ratio is also 1:4. Though you can see the actual numbers are different, but the ratio for A is to B and C is to D is same, right? So we can say A is to B and C is to D is proportional. So for proportional we give 4 dots here. Okay, we give 4 dots. So the ratio A is to B is proportional to ratio C is to D. Okay, this can also be written as A upon B is equal to C upon D. So this is the proportion. Okay, so we have now covered proportion also. So remember friends, ratio is to compare between two quantities, but proportion is to compare between two ratios, as we have seen here in example. This is 1 and then this is 2. Okay, so both are the ratios, and upon simplifying we are getting same ratio. So since it is same, we can say ratio of AB is proportion to ratio of C and D, and we can also write it like this. So we have covered the concept. Now let us see the formulas which is used to solve the problems in ratio and proportion. So friends, first we will be seeing the first formula. Okay, so now we know the two ratios. If it is in proportion, we can write it in the form A upon B is equal to C upon D in this form, right? And this can also be written as A is to B proportion C is to D. Okay, so how can we derive the first formula? So this is, now this can also be written as, when we do the cross multiplication, AD, okay, is equal to BC. We can do the cross multiplication, so we can transfer D to the this side and B to this side, so it becomes AB is equal to BC. So in the first formula, okay, if there is a ratio in this form, A is to B proportion to C is to D, we can also say AD is equal to BC. The cross multiplication is also true. Now we will be seeing the second formula. The second formula or the second concept is, friends, if you have a ratio given but we don't know whether it is proportional or not. Okay, so there are three conditions in this case. Either this can be greater than, or this can be less than, or it is equal to. When it is equal to, we can say it is proportional. So how to find whether it is greater than, less than, or equal to? Okay, that we will be learning here in the second. So if you have this problem wherein two ratios are given, you have to find the relationship which is greater ratio or which is the lesser ratio or which is equal. So what can we do? We will take the help of the first formula here. So we do the cross multiplication here. So if we do the cross multiplication, you see A into D will come, right? Will give us a value, and then B into C will also give us a value. Now we have two values, okay, upon doing the cross multiplication. So what can we do from here is if, so I'm using the word if, okay, AD is greater than BC, okay. If this arises, this case arises, AD is greater than BC. So in this case, we can say the left hand side is greater, right, than the right hand side. So we can say A upon B is greater than C upon D. That means the first ratio A upon B is greater than the second ratio C upon D. Now, if this does not happen, then what will happen next is, I will write here itself, then next A D is less than BC. This can happen, okay. AD is less than BC. So in this case, you see the right hand side BC is greater than AD. So we'll come to the conclusion that the ratio which is there in the right hand side here, CD is greater than the ratio AB. So we can write here A upon B is less than, and CD, okay, this ratio is greater than AB. So now coming to the third conclusion, either this or else we'll write here. Sorry. Else, in this case, if we get AD is equal to BC, okay, upon calculation, suppose you get AD is equal to BC, it is coming equal. Then in this case, we can come to the conclusion that these ratios are equal, or we can say these ratios are in proportion. So we can write here A upon B is equal to C upon D, or you can also write here A is to B proportion to C is to D, okay. So this second formula will help us to find out, the problems wherein it will ask that, suppose it will give two ratios and it will ask to find out which ratio is greater or which ratio is smaller, or to check whether the ratios are equal. So we can use this concept, okay. So here I will write that AD greater than BC or AD less than BC or AD is equal to BC. Now we will move on to the third formula, okay. So friends, in our third formula we will be seeing, suppose you have a ratio here, AB is equal to or proportion to CD, it's given. So what we can write it also as A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D. So what are we doing here is, we are adding the denominator to the numerator, both sides. So A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D. This is called as componendo rule, okay, in ratio. So this is called as componendo. I will write it here, which is A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D, okay. Now we have fourth formula which is similar to this. So in the fourth formula, what we do is, we remove the plus and we do minus. A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D, and this is called as dividendo. So in dividendo, we subtract the denominator from the numerator, okay. So I will write here A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D. So third one is componendo. fourth one is dividendo. Now we will see fifth one. Okay, so fifth one is called as, suppose you have a two ratios AB equal to CD. So this the inverse of this ratio, which is B upon A, is also equal to D upon C. Okay, and this is called as invertendo. Invertendo. So inverse is also true in case of A upon B is equal to C upon D. So here fifth one I will write B upon A is equal to D upon C, which is invertendo. You need not remember the terms, friends. If you just know the relationship, that is more than enough. That is why I am not writing the names here, only the formulas I am writing. Okay, now let us move on to the sixth one. So friends, in the sixth one, A upon B is equal to C upon D. We have learned componendo and dividendo. So what can we do is, we will write like this. Suppose componendo A plus B upon B. Okay, then dividendo we will write A minus B upon B is equal to, similarly here C plus D upon D divided by C minus D upon D. Okay, so you can see here this B is cancelled, D is cancelled. So what is left is A plus B upon A minus B is equal to C plus D upon C minus D. So this is called as componendo and dividendo rule. Okay, in ratio and proportion. So this becomes our sixth formula. So here I will write A plus B upon A minus B is equal to C plus D upon C minus D. Okay. Now friends, we will move on to the next one, which is our seventh. So friends, in the seventh one, we are going to learn what is the first proportion, second proportion, third proportion and fourth proportion, which is also called as means and extremes. So suppose we have a single ratio A is to B is to C. Okay, here we are comparing three quantities, A is to B is to C. So in this case, you know, the B is the first, I will write here, 1, 2, 3. So this is called as first ratio, second, B is second ratio, C is the third ratio. Okay, so now the first and the third, since it is at the extreme, it is called as extremes. And this B1, not B1, B is called as means. Okay, so the problems may come and it will ask you A, B is given, suppose C is missing, so it will say find out the third proportion or find out the extreme. Okay, so we can understand that the extreme can be either this one or this one. Now it can also be like this, A upon B, A is to B is to C is to D. Okay, so in this case we have two means. Two means the B and C are means and A and D are extremes. Okay, so this is means and extremes that we should know. And here we can say how many first, second, third, fourth. Four proportions are there. This is first proportion, second proportion, third proportion, fourth proportion. So here second and third proportions are means and first and fourth proportions are extremes. Okay, so in the seventh one we have learned means and extremes. Okay, now the last one, eighth one, which we have already discussed while learning the concept. I'll just tell you. Suppose in a ratio is given 2:3 and you don't know what is the actual number. So how to find? So here in this case, while learning the concept, we knew that while deriving the ratio, we cancel the common factor, right? So we don't know what is the common factor in this case. So what do? In this case, we assume x is a common factor, and when we multiply x to both the numbers, we'll get the actual value. So 2x and 3x is the actual value for which the ratios are 2:3. So here we always assume x, or you can take any variable k or z, okay, as a common factor. Okay, so here in bracket I will write CF, common factor, which when multiplied to the ratios will give you the actual result. So for this eighth one, we will see a very small example, friends. Okay, so suppose in a class there are total number of students, is equal to 50, and ratio of boys is to girls is 2:3. Ratio of boys is to girls is 2:3. So the question can come, find the number of boys and number of girls. You have to find. So total number of students is given and the ratio is also given. You have to find the number of boys and girls. So using this eighth tip, what can we do is, we can say the number, x is the common factor, right? Which when multiplied to these ratios, we get the number of boys and girls. So we can say the number of boys, okay, number of boy is 2x and number of girl is 3x. Okay, so we get it, but it is with the variable. So how to find the value of the variable? We can say 2x boys plus girls 3x is equal to 50, because the total number of students is given here 50. So now upon solving this, we get 5x is equal to 50 and x is equal to 50 upon 5. Upon cancellation, we get 10. So the value of x is 10. So x value is 10. So boys is 2x. So boys is 2 into 10, which will give you 20. And the number of girls is 3 into 10, which will give you the result 30. So we have found out the number of boys and girls using our eighth one. So that's all in this video, friends. In our next video, don't miss part 2. We will be practicing the different types of problems which is been asked on this topic, ratio and proportion. Okay. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to this channel, and if you are enjoying this video, please share it with your friends also and like this video. Thank you very much.